put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Wentz and the Washington Commanders taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second down and a run by Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet, and the single gold stripe running from front to back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Robinson up the middle. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the deep. Not allowing him to get to the perimeter, but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out. Always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Washington ready to try again on offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch. For both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Wentz. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Wentz again. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Wentz now on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll roll him out right. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seven, our score after 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. Down at the 25.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again here with Robinson. Gets past one man. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Lawrence will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now Wentz. Quick slant, Dotson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Now on 2nd and 13. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st down, Wentz throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Wentz now on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. Shifts past him at the 45. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Working from the gun, Wentz. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Andrew Wingard able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wentz to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On first down, right back to ETN. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Winston Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Once more, Gibson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence steps away. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do, all right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Wentz now to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders' first. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Wentz going to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
To throw is Wentz. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the 41, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point up and good from Santoso, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Fuller run show Fatukasi. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Throwing now is Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Hamilton with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. ETN up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence rolling to his left. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it, though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Up and good for Santoso, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Dotson, he's got it. He's at the 40. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Robinson up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jaguars, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Whipping in track, I was messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just run the jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up the scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young, she get like me. I got the courage, I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe, you know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it a hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. This visor will cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. But soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around and around. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go. Let's go.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two don't make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two don't make better get around right now.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy think they with me. Yeah, crazy think they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets so I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida,
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan. On the opening play, here's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. That's a room to maneuver. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. Up and good for Santoso. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
On the return, here's Agnew. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Quiddy Pay.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
20 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson. Draw play.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones
his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. And it certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Trayvon Walker in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not no much a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Lawrence, throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. This defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
And Malik Reed there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Draw play, ETN.
And some room to roam now.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
But Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them back.
Touchdown! Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And it's wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, but I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Ryan. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Touchdown, Colts.
Jonathan Taylor.
66 yards.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Man, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Laviska Shenault
as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we send you a couple hours south. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through.